The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Domino's post-game report. I'm Adam Cavalier, now joined by Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, a sensationally great performance defensively.
Sensationally great?
Sensationally great.
Can I ask you a question first? we finally have a performance that is respectable, and there's no music out here.
That's because you took so long in the locker room.
We were out here to hear, the champions or something really special, and
everybody went home because you took 15 minutes in the locker room, Chuck.
We had to spend some time celebrating a first.
It really complete game victory, and it comes in a game where you shoot your worst field goal percentage.
Yeah.
But when you hold a team to 28.6% from the field, that'll get the job done. 87-65 over a team that made the Final Four last year and reloaded with 5 transfers, including 4 from the Division I rankings.
Right.
This is superb.
I was about after that last game against Mars Hill, we had a really serious 3 days, sort of going back and making sure that both old and new players alike understood what we're about, and the performance against Mars Hill was so deflating on so many levels, and yet it gave us a great opportunity to bounce back. And I thought our preparation the last 3 days, in terms of trying to shore up our defense and really let these guys understand more clearly what we expect, they responded to that, and I think you can see a direct carryover into the game tonight from our defensive perspective, especially.
Did not have a ton of turnovers either, something that's been a focal point from our talks throughout this season. Only 14 turnovers, and a bunch of those came in the final moments when things got a little sloppy. But the thing that really stands out, didn't allow a point off of a turnover until the final 4 minutes of the game.
Well, we've seen this happen before. Teams if they're not making shots, sort of desperation mode kicks in, and they start penetrating and just trying to get the clock stopped so they can get to the free throw line. And what was sort of disappointing was the fact that we didn't do as good a job as I'd have hoped to contain the ball and to keep them off the line. I think if we had done that, they were 19 points at the line. So I think if we'd done that, then we would have been a little bit more pleased. But the truth of the matter is, I was really obviously I was very concerned about our team, and knowing the kind of opponent that Aiken has been for the last decade.
Yeah.
They've been one of the most dominant teams in this whole region of the United States, and for our guys to come out and perform like they did tonight is just, I think, a huge step forward, not only just in terms of this individual performance, but in terms of our confidence in our scheme, our confidence in the way we do business, and as we go into our next game.
So many good things to talk about from this one, but your freshmen really take a step in the right direction. Ryan Jones faced off against full court pressure pretty much the entirety of the game, and only 1 turnover with 4 assists. What about his job at running the point?
I told him in the locker room after the game, and we sort of went down the list and mentioned several guys by name that we felt really performed well, and I thought this was his high watermark so far in his short college career. But 9 points, 4 assists, 1 turnover. He gives us 4 boards and goes 5 of 6 from the free throw line. I thought it was an outstanding performance, and he'll only get better. I've been saying this. You and I've talked about it multiple times. I mean, every time that these freshmen and these new guys get a chance to play, it allows them to grow in terms of their confidence and to grow in terms of their knowledge of the college game, because it is different. So I thought it was a great night for Ryan, and of course it was really good because he had a lot of family in, get a chance to watch him play, and so it was an extra special night for him.
Charles Clark, a career-high 17 points, goes 5 of 8 from the floor, and it's perfect still for the season from the line. 6 of 6 today. What did he do to be successful and reset his career high?
I mean, Charles is a talented player. Charles has bought into what we're doing. And that's not saying anybody else isn't, but I've watched him very closely, and the way he goes about his trying to learn this thing and trying to accept what we're trying to teach. I've been really pleased with that. And so, in a game like tonight, I thought he was extra focused and really came in and was just so efficient, man. And to be a freshman, I mean, and to go into a game like this against an opponent like that, for him to perform the way he did, speaks volumes not only about his game right now, but about his potential.
you get a lot of balance today. First time since Tusculum game last season here at Holt Fieldhouse, where you had 5 players and finished with double figures and nearly had 6 with Ryan Jones sitting on the cusp there with 9. What did you do to attain that balance today?
Well, we kept on stressing to our guys, that we have. We're in years past. We've really been focusing on the Ish and Antoine show. I told them I thought we could be even more tough to deal with for opponents if we could let everybody sort of be more actively involved. And I thought tonight we shared the ball the best we have this entire year, 15 assists out of this game. Guys are sharing the ball, making the extra pass, willing to turn down a tough shot to get a better shot. And I think if we can continue to build on that, and Cav, the reality is, man, we are still very much in that formative state where, guys are still learning each other. And I think we're taking. I thought tonight was I thought this was a quantum leap for us. I mean, a quantum leap. And I think we can build on this. I think this is really a deal we can build on.
It's not surprising that you beat USC Aiken. Certainly weren't favored coming in, I think. But to beat a Final Four team from last season by 22 is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I mean, literally in every game we've played this year. I mean, we've gone into it with the focus not being on the win or the loss, but on the performance. And we've done that to try to take maybe some of the edge off of our young guys, new guys in particular, and more, maybe let them focus on things they can control. And I thought, tonight in particular, I thought our performance on both sides of the ball was, together was the best it's been. And it needed to be against an opponent like this with the reputation and the success levels they've had.
Chuck, pleasure. Congrats on the dub.
Thanks, Adam.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's postgame report rolls on with Ryan Jones and Charles Clark.